Hey guys, Vigoman here and welcome back. Today I am in World Painter. The reason for that is because a lot of my old World Painter videos has suddenly become very popular and is now the most viewed videos on my channel. So I thought maybe I should bring some of that back. Maybe people want that. Maybe that's a niche that people would enjoy. Today we are starting a little bit of a series. We'll see how it goes depending on your feedback. We're going to start off by how do you create a map? How do you make a cool landscape and cool shape of your continent? For doing this, I think you should understand basically how World Painter is working. You don't have to be an expert in it because I'm going to take you through some of the advanced steps to making maps look cool, but I think you should be able to understand how to use brushes, how to move around, how to zoom in and out and all that stuff, so that I don't have to spend too much time on that. So basically, what I want to do in the first episode today is to show you how to create the shape of the continent, because that can be really tricky. People don't really know where to go. And for doing that, I'm going to show you one simple tool. We're going to open up Google Chrome here. And we have, I'm going to leave a link for this. It's a cool tool called Ascar, or by Ascar, I'm not really sure. Fantasy Map Generator. Very cool, very helpful. And you can use this here. There's a lot of options, styling and stuff you can use to create a map. And then you just press new map. But I have this one here. I think this is really cool. It's going to be a fun map. And here we have kind of an idea of what your map's going to look like. From here, you can save the map. You press the save button and select your format. And then in World Painter, you can go to this one over here, which is for overlay. And you can find the image and then you can add it to this. You gotta change the offset a little bit. So I think we're gonna do minus about 1000 should be enough. Maybe 1028. Yes, look at that. And the same for here, minus 1028. Actually, I might move that down just a wee bit, maybe like minus 600 there. Yeah, that should be about right. And we also want to scale it down a little bit, so you can use the scale button here and just do something like this until we have something that works. So now we have an overlay, and this is going to be very helpful for creating the actual continent. So you might even want to zoom in like that, and then you're going to take the button here, which is a raise height. And what I like to do then is just start with a general one. Use a kind of a smooth brush and just kind of get the land up here. So basically what I've done here is created a map where we have water and then some ground beneath it. So we just want to raise up the ground here to get on top of the water. And then I like to use the flattening tool. And then in the beginning, just kind of rough, just get some shapes up and stuff like that, you know. Try to fill up all of the map we already have here. And that's going to be very helpful, just getting the general shape, and then we're going to go in later and kind of fine tune it. So now I have almost filled out the entire map here with this one here. So what you want to do now is to zoom in a little bit, because you know you want to be more detailed. And you don't have to be like perfect here. This, of course, this is up to you. This is your map, and you can be as detailed as you want. You can follow this map exactly, but if you want to take your liberties, that is of course allowed, you know. But what I like to do is then to take this one here, which has like a little bit of noise, and use and then change to up and down, and use that to kind of do the final bits here, because that's gonna make the shoreline more rigid and less perfect in a way. And that's gonna make the map look a lot more realistic and a lot better in a way. So I like just doing this, raise it up a little bit to follow the shoreline, and that's gonna make it look better. Even though it might not follow the map you built exactly, it's gonna make it look more realistic in game than using the rounded tools, you know. So just do this around, follow this. Here you might want to actually use a little bit of a smooth one so you can get this little peninsula here. It'd be kind of cool to to get that up. Same goes for here, just so we can kind of get this cool shape, because that's going to be a pretty cool area to build something in the future. And then just use this, create a little shoreline around here, and do the same over here. Maybe again a little cool peninsula here. So let's see if we can drag this out using the rounded one, and then we can go back in and make it more messy later, you know. And just do that for around the entire map until you're satisfied with that. So when you have done that and got like a nice rugged shoreline around the entire map, you want to look into places where you want to build in the future when this map is done. And what I've done here is that I've just kind of extended this a little bit. You can see where the green is where the generated map wanted this to have land, and there's going to be a few islands here. But what I've done is I've gone in and just extended this into a bigger land mass and added a little island here as well. So it kind of acts as a fjord, so you could have like boats coming in. Maybe we have some keep here to be defended, and then in here we could have some nice farmlands, small villages and stuff that's gonna be very safe and secure from both the weather but also people coming in raiding them, because you can have like maybe a castle here and a castle here. You know, it's gonna be a fun place to build in the future. And same goes for like over here on this area here. Maybe you want to have this as a little mountain thing area in the future, and these cool things could also be very, very interesting places to build in the future. So maybe what you want to do is to extend this a little bit, make it a little bigger, so that there's a space for a little bit of a mountain maybe on the middle of it, and then you could have a few houses surrounding it. Maybe that's going to be cool. So I would recommend you to look in the future. Where do you see yourself building? You know yourself best. You know what kind of things do you like to build, and you know where you might want to take this map and how you want to shape it so that you're going to enjoy building on it in the future. And basically, guys, that is how I like to go ahead and just generate the shape of the map. In upcoming videos, I want to see how we work on mountain ranges, or like where you place them, but also how to make them the most realistic. Because a lot of people I see make the mountain ranges super steep, and also like there's grass on the bottom and then just rock all the way to the top, and it doesn't look realistic at all. So hopefully in an upcoming video I'm going to show you how I do it. You know, it's not maybe the best way of doing it, but that's how I like to do them, and I think that my mountains turn out pretty realistic, and I really like the way they look.